Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my beach room. I'm so happy that you are here. Yes, it is Monday. I'm Berns. I'm your Dr. Morse certified detox specialist. And today, like every other day, we are getting bouncing. Yes, we are. It is my favorite way to start the day, I tell you. That and juicing. Where's my juice? Over there, next to Dot. That and juicing. Hold on. Dottie, hi. I am drinking clementine juice today. Oh my goodness, it is so good. I always think navel oranges are my favorite, and then I juice clementines, and I'm like, wait, no. I think clementines are my favorite. Hello, Sherry. Good morning. Thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you for coming to class. How are you? Are you doing well today, babe? Are you bouncing with me? Who's bouncing with me today? Come and bounce with me. Or not, I don't care. It's all up to you, baby. It's your journey. It's what you're doing. I'm bouncing for my journey. So I am on a 38-inch wide rebounder. I just want to cover that just in case anybody is popping in for the very first time. And if you are, oh my goodness, say hello. Drop a comment. I love pulling your comments and your questions and your observations and your reflections. I love pulling them all up on screen. So come on in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I rebound on this rebounder every morning. I've been doing it consistently for, I think, since we started the original, no, just short of when we started in October doing these daily classes. I want to say maybe, I'll say from the beginning of November. November, December, January, February. I've been doing this consistently for 4 months, every single day. Hey, good morning, Becca. Hello, good morning, darling. I'm so happy that you are here. How are you today? Yeah, I've been doing these. Oh, thank you so much. You're so inspiring, says Becca. Thank you. You guys are inspiring me. You guys are showing up to class every day. If it wasn't for you showing up to class every day, I wouldn't have a class to teach. I wouldn't have a group to inspire. So thank you so much, Becca, for being here. You are so good. Yes, you are. Yes, we are. We're doing this together. You know what I mean? If we're doing it, we may as well be doing it together, right? Good morning, Amy. How are you? How did you sleep? You've been getting so much done. Ooh, you're putting me to shame. I haven't gotten any cleaning done, but that's okay because it's coming. I know how this energy flow works. Oh, thanks again, Becca. Made it today. Yay. Hey, listening while going walking, whilst going walking. That is awesome. I'm so glad that you're listening while you're on your walk, babe. Good morning, Rockstar Ruiz. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Monday. I'm excited. I've never been this excited about a Monday. I don't know why. What's going on? Must be this juice cleanse. I feel amazing. Jennifer says, hey, Amy. Oh, I love all of the greetings for each other in the class. Jennifer says, hey, Rockstar. Or Rock, actually. We're calling you the Rock now. Hey, Jennifer, says Amy. Morning, dear. Oh, good morning, Janita. How are you? How are you doing? Are you having a good start to your week? Oh my goodness, I hope you're looking on the bright side of whatever you're looking on, baby. Are you looking on the bright side of it? Because, you know, there's actually an infinite number of possible sides to look at anything. Did you know that? Yeah. We just are focused on one way of looking at something. Ooh, that was a big download for you, Janita. Was that for you or was that for somebody else? There's always a multitude of ways to look at anything. Actually, infinite possibilities exist in the quantum field. It's all about what is the slide that we're putting into the projector, which will determine what's projected up on the screen. Yes, remember those old negatives, slideshows that we used to do back in the day? Yes, indeed. Good morning. Rockstar says, hey, Jen and Amy. Oh my God, I love you guys. I've been rebounding every day since December, says Amy. December something. It's just part of my routine. Same here with me. It's just part of my routine now, right? It feels so good. Feels so good. Hey there, James. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay. You're going to be like that. We're going to go like this. There you go. There we go. Good morning, Berns and everyone. Good morning, Doris. How are you? I was going to ring the bell for that guy, but it's like, oh, he's in the wrong kind of room here. That's not this kind of room. Good morning, niece. Oh my goodness, how are you doing today, babe? What day are you guys on? I am on day, see, now I have to stop and think, 13. Oh my God. Tomorrow is going to be 2 full weeks since we have been doing this portion of our juice detox. Are you guys doing well? How are you doing? Are you sticking with it? Yeah, he was a troll. It's all good. Strange question above. Good morning, everyone. I know, right? It's like, really strange question. It's all good. It's all good. Happy Sunday, Monday. Happy Sunday, Monday. Happy sunny Monday. I know. Is it sunny by you, babe? It is not sunny by me. Oh my gosh. How was the weather yesterday in Ontario? Here it was sunny. Okay, just rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. How is Florida treating you? Are you in Florida right now? Wait a minute. Here it was 7 degrees. Okay, you're back home in Ottawa. Okay, a lot of people are traveling, and I know you were traveling a little while ago, Gabriella. And I'm like, oh my God, Gabriella's still in Florida. No, she's not. She's back home in Ottawa, in Quebec. You're in Canada. Oh my goodness, Berns, shut up. Stop talking. Stop talking. It was nice yesterday. It was rainy. It was mild. I like that. I like the rain. Yes. We're getting some rain showers early, melting all the snow. I noticed that the buds on the tree are starting to bud. I know you were in Florida in January. That's what got me confuffled there. Yeah, you're in Quebec. Right. Gotcha. Good morning, Deepika. How are you? I hope you and Sammy and the family are doing well. Are you rebounding? Deepika, do you and Sammy do any rebounding? I did orange and pineapple day with 1 green juice. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I have been absolutely going crazy for my pineapple, cucumber, cilantro, jalapeno, garlic juice that I've been making. And yesterday, because I switched up my juice just a little bit, you know, I started with navel oranges, which are always super easy for me to get down. Like, I just can't get enough of navel oranges. After that, at lunchtime, I did that pineapple, cucumber, jalapeno, garlic, cilantro combination. It was good. You know, it wasn't as great as the first one that I made. I think the first one that I made, I tasted more of the cucumber in it, which I really like. But it was moderated beautifully by that pineapple, you know? The pineapple just came in and gave it a little, you know, that little note, you know, that little sweet, tart, but mainly sweet, sunshiny note. Yeah. But I need to do it again. I'm going to do it today, and I'm going to actually measure how much pineapple and how much cucumber juice that I use to make this cocktail, because it is so good. I drank that with so much smiling in my heart and in my belly. Is that a thing? My whole body was smiling when I was drinking that. I find sometimes when I drink pineapple juice or any one kind of fruit juice, tell me if you guys are like this. I find that when I drink only one type of juice consistently, like mono juicing like this, I get to a certain point where I just can't drink it anymore. I love it. It's not because it's not tasting good. It's just because it's too much of the same. So if you are like that, if you're like me that way, I think what's going to really help me sustain my cleanse for the rest of the 40 days is taking those, still keeping it mainly that fruit, but adding some savory components. So for me, it's pineapple. I'm going to add in the cucumber, totally a vegetable fruit, totally amazing for your cleanse and a great way to sort of mix up the same old, you know what I mean? And then the herbs. Cilantro is an herb, so I'm still doing my herbal protocol. Got a little garlic and got a little bit of, that spicy kick that I like. Oh my gosh. So good. Tell me what you guys do. What do you do when you are finding yourself getting a little bit bored, especially you long timers? Rockstar Ruiz, Kristen. We got a lot of people in here. Cindy, Amy, you've done this for a long time. What do you find really helpful for you so that you're breaking it up? And Amy, by the way, what did you decide? Did you decide that you're going to start slowly transitioning back into chewing food? Would you like to stay with it a little bit longer? I really think that, Amy, if you mix it up with your juices, I don't know, it might be that thing that keeps you from craving, needing chewing food, especially if that is a mental construct, you know what I mean? So let me know, Amy, because I really feel a couple days ago, when I first started doing this pineapple, cucumber, cilantro, garlic, jalapeno drink, it's like a spicy pineapple Thai, you know what I mean? It just changed the whole game for me. I could be around people eating the delicious savory salads and the delicious savory raw food that they're eating here in the house, and could stay in the same room. It wasn't like I was getting that, oh my God, I want some of that. It smells so good. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I didn't have any of that. I just had my beautiful juice, and I just imagined that I was eating all of the beautiful zucchini noodles. Instant love. It's not cooked. It's zucchini noodles. Let me know what is your trick to success that way. Let's know. Let's see if anybody else has any. What are your ideas? I think if you get something in your diet, this is going to be one of the things that I wanted to talk about. This is going to be one of the things that are going to help you maintain your momentum. Maintain that momentum. Let's see. Raw vegan niece says, I'm good. I'm on day 13 as well. I just made some watermelon with honeydew melon juice. It's so good. I like the mixture. Awesome. Niece, aren't you so glad you didn't cave into the cooked food cravings you were having? Oh my God, I'm so thrilled that you pushed through. Right, Deepika? Huh? Pineapple? Cucumber? Rebounding as an exercise? Yes, this is rebounding. This is what I do for my exercise. This and walking. I don't do any other exercise. I've not been to the gym in the last 9 months. I don't know if you guys have seen my post on Facebook that I posted on my profile, and then I shared it out with the other juicing communities. I haven't been back to the gym. I have not been to the gym in a few years. But the nice thing about doing this protocol is that your muscles and your body is so beautifully sustained and nourished that what ends up happening is that you detoxify all of the excess inflammation out of your body, all of that fluffiness that we tend to, the fluffiness, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we all got it, Once you eliminate that excess fluffiness, then you can see the muscles that were there all along. And hopefully you're slowly, gently starting to build up that definition and that musculature as well. Because for me, I don't want to get so thin that I look like I got sticks for arms and sticks for legs, I still like my curves. And those curves come from the muscle, the healthy muscle built on beautiful living food. So I'm excited. 9 months in. Oh my gosh. 9 months, literally to the day. 9 months since I started this juice protocol, this juice detox. I've never done anything so easy in my life to affect my overall health and my weight. I've never had as much fun eating so much food. It's been amazing letting go of my food addictions, my obsession with food. I mean, I think I still have a little bit of that food addiction. Like when I mean, it's going to take a while to unlearn 54 and a half years, 55 years of food addiction, negative self-talk, all of the myths that we have had pushed down our throat about all kinds of stuff related to food. All of the cultural connotations, food in my culture, and I think in just about everybody's culture, is where we come to gather around to have a sense of community. There's a lot of emotional stuff tied to it, right? Both happy and sad. You go to a funeral, then what do you do after the funeral? You go and you eat some food with the family so that we all come together and we share. Breaking of bread together is a really significant thing in our lives, but it's also very rooted in that emotional stuff. You know how it is, right? I know for me, if I get stressed out, if I feel sad, if I start feeling like, shame, embarrassment, guilt, when I start feeling those emotions, I turn to food, or at least I used to. But still, I go into that pattern of thinking of, what can I put in my mouth to make this go away? What can I put in my mouth to make me feel better? What can I put in my mouth to comfort me? Oh my gosh, at the beginning of last year with this whole COVID thing, woo, we were eating it up. We were eating up a storm of comfort food, cooking all of our Trinidadian favorites, our stews, our barbecue pork char siu buns. Oh my gosh, we were eating it up, right? We were feeling, in need of comfort. It's that emotional side of it. When you can start reframing what you do on an emotional level with and around the topic of food, around the topic of my weight, I've had to deal with a lot of emotions coming up, being this weight so naturally and so easily, and looking at, do I keep on going on my juice cleanse and get all of the inflammation finally out of my body for good? Or do I stay here at this weight, which was for a large part of my adult life, my dream goal? What do I do? There's a lot of emotional stuff that comes up. And even in thinking those things around the story of our weight, the story of our physicality, the story of our health, all of these things. It could be weight for you. It could be the multiple sclerosis for somebody else. Whatever it is, you have that point in your life when you started to develop or started to experience whatever emotional stories that you told yourself about yourself. And at that point, if you look back on it, at that point, I bet you money, honey. I bet you money at that point when you manifested or had this disease or this physical condition or the emotional condition or the addiction condition or whatever it is, that point in time, stuff was going on. There was a trauma, whether it was something that somebody said to you, something that somebody did to you, something that you perceived somebody said to you or did to you, may not be true. It just might be your perception, and that makes it true. What somebody said or did to you could have been just one thing. It could have been a misplaced joke that the other person was like, oh my God, really? I don't even remember saying that. And you're like, oh no, that hit me hard. I've been carrying that around this whole time and reliving it and feeling the shame and embarrassment, anger, disempowerment, worry, fear, whatever around that. So a big part of my healing, which I've been experiencing lately, and which I hope you guys are benefiting from watching my transformation progress unfold for you as it is unfolding for me. One of the big things that I've learned is that we have to go back and we have to heal those parts of us that have been traumatized and that we have been hurt over. You know, we often forget that other people who are doing this thing called life, they're all also experiencing life through their own lenses, and they're dealing with their own stuff. And what somebody else says is not, it oftentimes very much not have anything to do with you at all. It's just what's showing up in their lives and what's showing up in their heart. And they are experiencing life and saying things and doing things. They're experiencing their life from where they stand, right? So for me, just to sum all that up so that I can get back to the questions here, for me, what I have found is that just settling into a more aware place is really important for me. You know, it's really easy for me to unaware in a state of being unaware to just start eating food. But when I really unpacked it, when I really peeled back the layers of that action, what I realized is that I was scared to go into the realm of all the way home, you know? I was scared to love myself all the way there. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Scared to love myself all the way there. Scared of whatever other people would think. If I was so bold as to love myself all the way to absolute 100% health and vitality. Because other people around me, they may not like that. That might threaten some people. And that is really, I don't want to lose people over that. I've already had to say goodbye. I've already had to let go of a lot of relationships in my life over the last few years as I've transitioned from stuff that I used to do to stuff that I'm focused on now. My life took a different focus, a more spiritual focus. And not a lot of people who I was involved with at the time wanted to take that journey with me. How do I know? Not because they're bad people or because they're not good people or because they're not spiritual, but they just were not, I wasn't vibrating in the same frequency that I was then. So, you know, as I move forward and continue to work my way into higher levels of frequency for myself and not hold on to trauma from things in my past. And I'm talking about from when I was yay high, right? A lot of things. Letting go of that trauma. In letting go of that trauma, you become another person. You become a new version of yourself. You're different. You just are, because you're not beating yourself up about yourself anymore. You're not punishing yourself with things to keep you stuck so that you're not too much. You know what I mean? You're not too extra. Yeah. That's what I wanted to share with you guys on that. Oh, look at that. We've been bouncing for 23 minutes. I think I can stop. I could continue and go on for a long time, but I have so much energy with this juice right now. Tell me, you guys, in the comments if you are having the same experience. It's like after those cravings I had last weekend, it was, yeah. And I had a little bit of raw food. But after that, I really got down to business and got to work and said, okay, I see what that did. I see what that did. Right away, my weight went up, not by a lot, but by a couple of pounds. And I was like, all right, okay, I get it. I'm done. I'm done with that. No more playing around. No more messing around. No more messing around. Rockstar, strawberry, banana, agave, and cacao smoothie for dinner last night. So yummy. That sounds so good. That sounds like the one we made that I slipped and fell on last weekend. Dali made a raspberry, blueberry, banana, date, maple syrup, heal all tea. Yeah, heal all tea. Nice scream. And oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, try that pineapple and cucumber recipe, Deepika. It is so delicious. I can't wait to make it. Can't wait to make it for lunch today. Can't wait to have it after I come back from my nice walk. Good morning, Janelle. How are you? I'm staying with it. I'll try that juice. Okay, Amy, that is really, really good. Really, really good. But I'm also listening to my body. Yeah, I was crazy hungry. So what does that tell us? You were overworking on the cleaning and not keeping on top of how much juice you were getting in, right? That's okay. That's just clarity for you. If you're ever crazy hungry on a juice cleanse, Amy, you know this already, but this is for anybody else who may not have heard me say this in one of our other classes. But if you are hungry, like if you're crazy hungry, you didn't drink enough juice. Mm-hmm. That's what that is. You have to stay on top of your hunger with this, especially in the beginning. And Amy, you're not in the beginning at all. You're a seasoned pro at this, and we all, myself included, can fall into patterns again of overworking and not stopping to take time to do our juicing. Yeah, yesterday we were going to go out for a drive, and I said, you know what? Um, let's stay home. I want to focus on getting in more juice today, and I don't feel like, you know, cutting back on my juicing, and I don't feel like needing to seek out a washroom every 15 minutes on the road. So we stayed home. It was great. Total relaxation day. It was awesome. And I got 3 liters of juice in. Yes, I'm really proud of that. So try that. Yes, the recipe for the juice, the pineapple juice, yes. So Deepika, it's about half and half. I want to say half and half. Experiment with how much pineapple to cucumber juice that you do, okay? But I want to say half pineapple juice, half cucumber juice, and I juice the cucumber with the skin on because I like that flavor that it gives. But you can peel it. 2 garlic cloves, about a thumb-sized piece of jalapeno pepper. So I usually just slice a jalapeno pepper in half, about this much jalapeno. All of this goes through the juicer, and about a handful of cilantro, or cilantro. A handful of cilantro or culantro. Culantro. Don't use a handful of culantro. That will be way too earthy. I use like a nice handful. Put some cilantro in your hand, squeeze it. That's how much I used. And that's it. It was so good. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, everyone, says Crystal. Bouncing this morning, and my tea is all ready. Awesome. I've already had almost half a liter of orange juice, so let me continue with that. Yeah, maintaining my momentum would be to not eat any fat or salt. That is a great way to do it as well. Yeah. Until you're totally healed out, at least, right? You should be able to have some fats in your diet once you're totally cleaned out and all healed up. And you'll know that by how your body is feeling. But yeah, don't eat any fat, don't eat any salt. I only crave quinoa. Yeah, quinoa is good. I do like quinoa now and again, but mostly not anymore for me. Try some jicama rice, but you're going to continue with your juicing. That's right. Weight is down but stable. Weight is down and stable. Hello. Yes, we just finished yoga with Sam, and in the morning I jogged for 40 minutes. Deepika, good for you. Wow, good for you. I miss my yoga practice. I need to get back to that. I need to get back to my yoga. Yes, I'm so glad I didn't. Yes, I'm so glad you didn't cave to those cave to the cravings. My thought about my goal, and I'm sticking to it. I'm going to assume that says sticking to it. Did you type a typo? Yes, I'm so glad I didn't. I thought about my goal, and I'm sticking to it. I'm also still listening to Paul McKenna meditation every day and every night. Niece, I'm telling you, that is a big factor in me not succumbing to emotional cravings and to healing that part of myself that wants to go and eat every time I feel a negative emotion come up, or a happy emotion come up, or a celebratory emotion come up. You know, the Paul McKenna overcoming emotional eating is linked in the description of this of this video if you're watching it on YouTube. I don't have the link on the Facebook side of things for that playlist, but I highly recommend that you guys check that out. It changed my life. It totally changed my life. And I, as well, this is the kind of thing, like we talked about, Niece, in private, this is the kind of thing that you cannot do once or twice and then go, well, that didn't work because look, I'm still emotionally eating. Like, what? You know, you cannot think that you're going to listen to the confidence meditation once or twice and then think, well, this isn't working. I still feel self-conscious, you know? So it's the kind of thing that you really have to do every single day. I wake up to them and I go to bed to them. I usually do the emotional, I change them around as well, depending on what I'm experiencing or not experiencing in my life that I want to experience more of or less of. But anyhow, I usually do 2 or 3 of them. Self-confidence is one that I've done a lot of. The motivation one, the 7 days to change your life. I listened to that for almost a year. There's so many in there. And there's one on anxiety. There's one on sleep. There's one on stress. There's one on financial abundance. So many good ones. So many good ones. Jennifer says, I find I crave a ton of ginger in my orange and pineapple juice. Good. Yeah. I used to put ginger in that pineapple cucumber juice, and you can definitely put ginger in as well. I kind of prefer it without, though. But I don't know. Maybe I'll add it back in now and then. Sherry, amen. Words are so powerful. Your words for us are just as powerful. Love learning from you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you are here. You are right where you need to be on your path, and that is really, really good. That is empowering. That in itself is one of the most empowering statements, affirmations. That's one of the most important affirmations that you can give to yourself. I'm right where I need to be. If you can believe that you're right where you need to be on your path, then why would you stress out about anything? Why would you begrudge something that brought you to this point on your path? You know? If you can look back on a past memory and appreciate it and feel wisdom from what you've experienced as opposed to pain, that's how you know that you've healed that part of yourself. You know? It's so cool. It's so cool. We are powerful. It's all about telling ourselves empowering stories. Good morning, everyone, says Lisa. So glad to be here. I really need this. Aw, Lisa, we are so glad that you are here. This that I think you're referring to is not just the information on what juice recipe to make if you're craving savory food, right? It's about how to heal all aspects of ourselves. It's not just about the physical detox. It is about so much more. And that's actually why I started to change the name of this, my name tag here. And I'm going to stop calling this just Bouncing with Berns because we do way more than bounce here. I happen to start the day off with bouncing because I think that is a great way to open up our 3 flows of energy in the body. We're waking up the kitchen of the body, the blood. The blood flow. We're waking up the toilet, the septic, the sewage system of the body, right? The lymphatic system. And we're turning on the electrical system in the body, the nervous system in the body. So, these things are really important, but this goes way beyond just doing these things in the body. You cannot get to that deeper level of healing yourself only by focusing on the food. You have to focus on the other aspects as well. You just have to. So I'm really glad that you guys are here and you're learning these different aspects because I think this is the missing, sprinkling of glitter. Woo, that little sprinkle of glitter that we need. to make this all come together so that we're successful at it. We need that secret something, and it's not just about what you're putting in your body physically, but it's about what you're putting in your mind. It's about the trauma that we have latent and stored up in our body that is blocking our flow of energy. It's about all of that. It is about all of that. It's about all of that. Okay, where am I? Where am I? I'm having a warm flash. I'm starting to sweat. Struggling to just juice. I did a day of juice and fruit yesterday, but I need savory food today. I want to comfort myself as I'm doing so much. Okay, so that's a great point. If you need savory food today, Jennifer, please make the pineapple, make one of your juices savory. Come on now, we can do this. You don't need savory food. You're just needing some savory food. And you don't need savory food. You just need some savory food. You don't need savory chewing food if you're on a juice cleanse and you want to keep going. What you need is to make your juices savory so that you have that flavor satisfied, those taste buds satisfied. All right. So if you want to stay on your juice, put that thought of I need savory food out of your head. No, you don't. You need savory juice. Okay? Get it, girl. And trying to be kind to myself with more rest. That's what else I was going to say. Right? I was going to say that. Good morning, health warriors. Good morning, David. How are you doing, my friend? I'm so glad that you are here. Always love seeing your smiling face, David. Good morning. Feeling detox yucky today. Not awful, not intolerable, but a bit yucky. LOL. Well, celebrate that, babe. You celebrate that because that's just your body clearing out more stuff. And you see, Kristen, how you cannot hope to have all of your healing. I want to be healed of everything. Hurry up. Imagine if you had all of your detox symptoms in these 19 months of healing yourself, Kristen. Imagine if you had all of your healing all at once. Like a lot of people walk into this experience wanting, I want to be healed and I want it to hurry up. I want to be done with all of it. Really? You want to have all your detox symptoms all at once? You can't handle that. You can't handle the truth. You can't handle that, right? You can see it. It's much better to do this gradually, consistently, day by day, every day, and every day to continue to dig a little bit deeper, and that's how you feel every now and then. You don't feel like dancing and going singing and prancing on the beach, you young thing, you. Right? Some days it's like, oh, I'm just going to stay in bed today. And that's okay. We need to be able to give ourselves that rest. Yeah, David says, Kristen, you got this. Keep going. Absolutely. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning, everyone. Sipping my Heal All tea on a class break. Yay. When did you post that? 9:31. Oh, I'm good with my time. It's only 9:41. Dottie. She'll be finished in a second. Hold on. Are you done? Are you done, Missy? Scratching up my sofa thing. Are you done? Is my camera now just tilted weird? There we go. Yes, good morning, Dawn. How is work going? How is the new, I guess it's not so much of a new job anymore, is it? How is the job going? Oops, yes, I meant sticking to it. Yes, I figured. You see that little warm flash that I just had? You guys literally watched me have a hot flash. Thyroid's really healing up nicely for me, I have to say. I used to get hot flashes every 30 minutes, and you would know because I would be dripping. I'd be like I was in the sauna, Dawn, like full on an hour later in the sauna. That's how I would look every 30 minutes. Every 30 freaking minutes. I went into menopause early as well. Somebody was asking in one of the groups, so let's talk about that for a second. Someone was asking for, consolation that you can heal from menopause. And healing from menopause does not mean that you're going to get your period back. Healing from menopause means that you are not suffering the imbalance, high and low swings of your hormones fluctuating and your thyroid going out of whack and causing you to experience all kinds of symptoms of menopause. Oh, I'm gaining weight, I'm in menopause. Or I'm really moody and cranky and I can't control my emotions because I'm in menopause. Okay, all right. I'm having hot flashes because I'm in menopause. Okay. All thyroid related and all pituitary related, all endocrine system related, all acidosis related. So when you take those things away, when you look at the cause of what's causing the symptoms of menopause, then you take away the symptoms of menopause. But if you don't address what's causing menopause, which is your endocrine system going down, which is because you're highly acidic and highly toxic and not eliminating your waste properly, and your adrenals are shut down because your kidneys are shut down, and your kidneys are shut down because your adrenals are shut down, and your adrenals is that on off switch for the rest of your endocrine system because it produces all of the neurotransmitters for your brain, which starts off the kaleidoscope, the further kaleidoscope of all of your glands working. Your glands produce all the hormones, all the chemicals, all of the steroids for your body to function. So it's not because you're in menopause. I didn't have hot flashes because I was in menopause. That's just a diagnosis that the medical community gives somebody who gets to a certain age, whose body starts to go out of whack with their hormone production because of acidosis. So when you heal that part of what you're doing to your body, when you stop putting in the acid forming food, you stop having the symptoms of acidosis, which show up as, for a lot of women, menopause, right? So yeah, that one wee little hot flash, I will have probably 3 or 4 of those a day now. That's it. And sometimes at night after I get out of a hot shower, sometimes at night, right? We have to heal the body. But yeah, and now I'm just all nice and glowy. I love it. I love feeling how it works in my body too. Oh my God. I used to be just swinging high, low, hot, cold, like really intense. 2 weeks into my healing journey, 2 weeks in, back in June 2020, last year, June, I decided I was going to stop cold turkey all of my menopause medication. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pull myself off. Just going to do it cold turkey, pull myself off, and I'm going to see and monitor my body. Excuse me. If my body starts to swing too high and too low, if it doesn't feel good in my body, then I can always go back on it. I've not been back on it at all, and I'm so grateful. Excuse me. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all keeping well. We are. I hope you're having a good start to your week. I almost said weekend. Jennifer says, David, I love the smaller ginger. It's way more pungent. Can't always get this. Yes, I find that the organic ginger is usually the smaller ones. I was able to find some recently. Which reminds me, I should put that in the freezer. You know, if you put your ginger in the freezer when you buy it, Jennifer, next time you do see it, buy it in a larger quantity, and they freeze really well. And you can still juice it right from frozen. So I have to drive tomorrow for long. Not another match for Sammy. Should I carry a salad, as carrying juice worries me to go to the loo too often? Yeah, I would bring a salad. I would bring fruit. Bring a lot of fruit. Bring a lot of salad. Bring a lot of juice, right? Because even if you have to travel, hopefully you might be able to still, but this is a thing when we're traveling, we have to be smart about this. You know what I'm saying? When I'm traveling, if I'm having a traveling day, I will strongly limit the amount of juice I will have, but I will have other fruit like banana, stuff that's not as watery, that's going to keep me full. That's what I would do. So I would choose fruit that is more fleshy, more meaty as opposed to more juicy, so that you don't have a lot of bathroom breaks necessary. And then carry some salads, but carry more. I would go, if you're doing this and you're doing a juice cleanse, Dipika, and you want to stay as close, or a smoothie cleanse, and you want to stay as close to your cleanse as possible, then I would stick with the fruits. All right. When you go into vegetables, that takes you a little bit further down the detox um, hierarchy. So if you look at this, for example, right? I mean, greens are not bad. It's not super bad. You can it's not bad at all. But if you keep it with the fruit smoothie, the fruits and berries and melons that are eaten raw, while you're traveling, that would be a good, for me, compromise to do this while I'm traveling. Yes, Dawn, the job is stressful some days, but it's all in the learning. Yeah. Yeah. Remember when the job you used to do was really stressful in the beginning? Some days, because you got a lot of stuff to figure out and a lot of, you know, balls to keep up in the air, so that you don't drop a ball, so that the people who hired you for this new position don't go, oh my God, why did we hire this person? She can't keep up. There's all of that going on in the mind, right? Plus, you're conscientious and you want to do your best all the time. So hopefully you'll have less of those stressful days, and it'll be smooth sailing, baby. But when you get to that place, you're going to enjoy that ride for a little bit. And then you're going to go, I need to mix it up a little bit more. I need to challenge myself. I need to grow again. And then you're off to another promotion, and you're back into that cycle of learning and sometimes being stressed out and expanding yourself, right? It's such a fun process, such a fun learning process. I must start my 11-minute Kundalini addiction mantra. It always helps me resist and keep focused. That's it now every night. I need to take my control back. And you, at the same time, you need to let go of control, right? You need to rein it in, but also learn how to let go. Let go. What is, if you don't mind, I don't know if you've posted that in the group before, Jennifer, but if you don't mind, would you mind posting that in the Facebook group? Because I would love to have a listen to that, and also share that with Dali, because um, he is working on getting over his addiction to nicotine and smoking. So I think that might, he's totally open. He's like, yeah, like what? So share that in the group. I would love to listen to that. And yeah, I think that's good for everybody to listen to, right? We are all addicted to some things on some level that may not be serving us. I was getting really addicted to overworking, over teaching, over, excuse me, overextending myself, my time online. And I had to pull back from that. And I'm telling you, it's been a bit of a struggle. I'm not going to lie. Almost every day, I'm like, well, I could go on for just a little midday class, just an hour. And I'm like, Berns, step away. Step away from the kitchen. Step away from turning the camera on live. Step away. Because I am really addicted to it, guys. I'm not kidding you. I'm very addicted to overextending myself. There, I confess. And I'm working on that. I realize even in saying it how powerful that is. I am addicted to overworking. Oh my God, let's backspace, backpedal, backspace. I can say that better. I am working on giving more to myself and getting comfortable with saying no to doing too much for other people at the expense of me and myself. Here, that felt a little bit better. I'm sure I could say that better. Help me out. How can I say that better? How can I say that better? Yeah. And I know all the reasons why I do it. I know all the reasons why I do it. It's very, very interesting. You know, it's very, very interesting. I'll get there. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I haven't gone live since I announced that I wasn't going to be doing the midday classes anymore. I haven't gone live except for the one I committed to staying with, which is this morning class. And I'm really proud of that because I know that that there are people that really miss it, that were really depending on it, and I hate that I'm letting people down. I hate that feeling that I'm letting somebody else down or I'm disappointing somebody else. That is that is a big one for me, especially when I also at the same time love doing them. You know what I mean? So for me, pulling back from patterns of behavior that I know firsthand got me um, into a place of not having enough balance in my life. I know that I want to heal that part of me that somehow feels a need to overdo that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, there have been a lot of days, there almost every day. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Nothing's really going on right now. I could do a quick check-in. That'll be fun. Nope. Nope. Put the phone down. Put it down. But it's been hard for me. It's been really challenging. I'm not going to lie. Oh, you're so welcome, Deepika. You are so welcome. Yes, really. Freeze ginger. Yes, really, really, really. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yep, I have some in the freezer all the time. They seem to think I'm the smartest in the class and put me in an accelerated training class as of this morning. So my 6 month training is shaved down to 2 months. Training for me ends in 3 weeks. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, see? They know. That's great. What a great company you work for. That's amazing. They can see that going at a slower pace for you, you would be uninspired and feel bored at that, right? You're in the accelerated program, baby. Woohoo! Congratulations, Dawn. That's great confirmation, babe. I burnt out, hey, David, I burnt out trying to make enough money to take care of my family. I love to help people. One of the hardest adjustments for me in the illness is slowing down, fear of not being wanted. Yeah. Fear of not holding that place of value. Mm-hmm. Comes from a place of feeling a little uh, at the core, like when you really start peeling back a lot of those layers that are surrounding this, the core issue always comes back to the same thing. Always, hands down, comes back to the same thing. I am not worthy. When we don't feel truly worthy, we feel like we have to overfunction in order to prove our worthiness or to feel, to generate that feeling of worthy, purpose, adding value. And those things are really important. Those things are good. I'm not saying things are not good. Those things are really vital in order to live a healthy life, to do something that adds value to people's lives. Really, really powerful. To help people feel that they are valued, really powerful. Um, but to do that at the expense of taking care of ourselves, that's where it gets tricky. That's where it gets tricky. And to be doing it because the main motivator at its core, you might say, no, 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 that's not me. I feel totally worthy. I feel totally worthy. But I'm telling you, when you start peeling back the layers, you do. I'm not denying that you don't. But when you start peeling back the layers, you start realizing that, oh, I don't think I feel as worthy as I thought I felt. Or I feel really worthy because I'm doing all these things, but take away all these things that you do for other people in order to make yourself feel like you've got purpose. Like if that is the overriding reason why you're doing it, because you need to feel valued, as opposed to you're doing it because you just are value. Big difference there, right? The emotional work, man. It is for real. Sure, we'll post again. Oh yeah, I thought you had posted that meditation. Not just drugs, but food and emotional bought addictions. Yes. It doesn't matter. Addiction is addiction is addiction is addiction. Doesn't matter what it is. Some people are addicted to some really negative stuff. Some people can be addicted to stuff that could be perceived as really positive. But again, balance, balance. It's like it's not a big deal to have, a beautiful glass of organic wine every now and then. But when you need it every single night, when you need to have your wine every single night or your glass of whatever cocktail every single night, you need to start looking at that. You need to start looking. You need that to wind down. Okay, okay, I understand. I 100% understand. But what is the effect on the body? And might there be other ways to wind down as well, right? Yes. Good morning, Anne-Marie. I hope you are doing well. I also hate having to ask for help. I've had to learn to be humble to ask myself. Yes. Yes. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. I also hate having to ask for help. I have had to learn to humble myself to ask. Beautifully stated, my friend. Asking for help. And you know what? It's not always about asking for help from somebody else to physically help you. It's about asking the universe for help. We have the resources of the universe at our disposal, and we don't ask for help. We don't ask for help. When we start asking for help from the universe, oh my God, the stuff that the people, the circumstances, the opportunities that show up to help you, amazing. You have to ask. You have to ask. And a lot of us don't. We forget. But when we're on our knees and we've got our hands in the air and we're bawling our eyes out because we're literally shook to the core, a new diagnosis, something happening in your life, whatever it is, in that moment when you're truly surrendering and you're just asking for help, you're just opening your heart and you're just begging, you're pleading, you're saying, okay, I'm ready, help me. That's when that's when the next step unfolds for you in quite an incredible way, but we have to ask for help. My hubby wants to start a video on doing videos on YouTube. Can you take a picture of your setup and the microphone when you can? Yes, absolutely. What make you bought camera editing stuff? Yes, cameras. I use my iPhone for all of my camera work. I don't have a professional camera at all. But yeah, I can do a little. Is he watching? Is he there now? I'll show you right now. You want to see it? I'll show you right now. Right now I'm using the microphone from right through the iPhone. When I go for my walk, sound is really important when you're doing YouTube videos, absolutely. When I'm going on my walks, I have a lavalier lapel clip-on microphone, and it is a Rode, Rode brand, the Rode Lav mic. And that plugs into my phone. And I have my studio umbrella lights over here. If you'd like, I'll show them to you right now. I hope he's there. Well, you can show him this on the replay if he's not. Camera. Lighting is the other thing that really makes a big difference. So I will show you my setup right now. Hold on. So I've got my studio light umbrella kit. And those I got on Amazon. I have my tripod here that I put my phone on. I have my iPad here on a microphone, on a one of these things for, music stands. Really good heavy duty one. But yeah, I will put my, hold on, let me just switch this back around. Sorry, guys. Oops. Come on, don't mess around. There we go. There we go. There's a lot of things, guys. I'm not going to lie. I have purchased and invested in a lot of social media stuff for a while, but I'll get something a little bit more solid on that. But I just use my phone, man. I just use my phone, my iPad. This is where I do my streaming stuff, so I don't have to touch that phone to bring up the next comment, but I will make a list for you. Back to class. Good day to you all. Good day, Donnie. We'll see you soon. Donnie. Hey, Sharon. I think when compassion is very deeply etched in our character, it is a challenge to detach and say no. Even kindness, compassion, and wanting to accommodate others comes with its difficulties to pull back. Oh, baby. So true. The video I shot the day before yesterday to upload yesterday's walk, which I never did because I didn't have my selfie stick. And honestly, I said, okay, screw it. I'm just going to do the handheld version of this video. And I did a great video on this. I'm going to be reshooting that today because without my selfie stick, oh, that was too close to my face. I was like, we need to be another foot away. This camera is too close. But in that conversation, I talked about compassionate detachment. How do you go through life and experience life and be detached? Experience life, enjoy the highs, enjoy the lows, be in the world, but be in the world in a compassionate detachment kind of vibration. You know, that is so necessary. Because if you don't, then everybody who crosses your path, who then leaves, you're going to take it personally. You're going to have a hard time with that. Every circumstance that comes your way, and it's going to be like so upsetting to you that, listen, everything that happens in our world can either lead us down the road of negative emotion or positive emotion. It's about what is our focus during it, right? And for me, I've had to learn that people are going to come and go, even from the class, and that's okay. That's okay. I am not going to get upset when, like, where's Emoji King? I don't know. Haven't seen Emoji King in ages. That's okay with me. When you are here in the here and now, this is all that matters, right, Sharon? This is all that matters, right here and now. So I have gotten really good at practicing that. And sometimes it might seem or it might sound a little bit cold-hearted. That's okay if that's how it is perceived. I can't get wrapped up in that because if I was so wrapped up in the emotion of somebody coming in or leaving my life, I'd never have any balance. It would be too much. How do you embark on this journey of helping people heal themselves? How do you do that without getting so attached to their outcome? I'm not attached to anybody's outcome here. I'm not attached to your outcome. If you do the juice, if you stay with the juice, if you go back to the standard American diet, if you keep on going with this lifestyle or not, either way, I'm not attached to that. All I'm doing here is flowing information through me for you because you happen to be open enough to be sitting here watching it. That's the indication that this is for you, right? Compassionate detachment. Not everybody likes it. Not everybody is used to seeing it. Not everybody is at all used to practicing it so that when they see it in their life, they have a hard time dealing with it. They have a hard time saying, oh, good, okay, good, yeah. Go do your thing, knock yourself out. Don't do more classes, do more classes, whatever you want to do. You know, it's really hard to walk around all the time that you have to make everybody else happy. You can't, there's no way that you can possibly please everybody all the time. You can't make all the people happy all the time. And trying to jump through hoops on a daily basis to make that happen, whew, that's exhausting, right? So making time for ourselves, being compassionately detached from the outcome of everything, really, really important. Really important. I'm pretty proud of myself for doing that. I am pretty proud of myself for doing that. Melvina, I miss classes. What are you talking about? You're in class right now. What you talking about, Willis? It's not the same anymore. In terms of what? What's not the same anymore? What's not the same anymore? I'm the same person. I'm the same Berns. That's not true. None of us are always the same from one moment to the next. But I'm still here. I'm still here. What are you talking about? What's not the same anymore? I hope I'm still providing you guys with incredible value, incredible insight, incredible inspiration, right? So I'm not in the kitchen. I'm not cooking up and I'm not whipping it up in the kitchen. And so I'm not live sometimes for 8 hours a day teaching and supporting and, you know, overextending myself. That's all right. Malvina, do you realize I did about 300 live in the kitchen videos? Oh, it's starting to snow. Since October. You know, I know it's much more fun doing the live classes, but hey. Oh, I didn't read the rest of that. Sorry. I know, Berns, you have to do what you need to do for yourself and your family. Absolutely. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it feels really empowering to do that. Even if, you know, you're you feel like something is not the same anymore. Nothing is ever the same. Hey, this brought up a good memory for me when we did the Deepak Chopra 21 Days of Abundance meditations. I don't know if any of you did that. I don't know if any of you did that with us. That was back in January 1st to 21st. One of the exercises was reflecting on that expression, this too shall pass. Can we reflect on that for a minute? There's an expression that goes, this too shall pass. And a lot of times we assume that that is just talking about the stuff, this stuff, this too shall pass. We're talking about something that is negative, right? You have an illness, you have a sickness, you have a healing crisis, and you tell yourself, this too shall pass. That's how we, frame it in our head so that we can get through it. But you also have to put, if it works for the stuff that's not good, then it's got to work for the stuff that's good too. This too shall pass. Everything, nothing is permanent. We don't own anything. We don't even own our bodies. We don't own the houses that we live in. We think we do. We think we possess them, but you could come home tomorrow after work and your house can be burnt to the ground. You don't know. You don't know. This house will not always be here. This house was never always here. We don't own any of it. We're just borrowing it. We're just borrowing it for a minute, This too shall pass. These morning classes will also pass one day. I'm not going to be doing morning classes all the time forever. We have to get used to that. Think of everything in your life, look around your life and look at all of the beautiful relationships in your life and all of the not so beautiful relationships. Look at everything in your life and say about it, this too shall pass. I mean, hopefully I'll always have something else to reach for and to strive for that is also as amazing and better. But this shall pass. This will pass. This too shall pass. I want you guys to think on that in the next, walk around for this week saying that to yourself. This too shall pass. Yeah. This house, this experience, this class, this physical body, this life experience, this good stuff, the bad stuff, and everything in between shall pass. And what does that do for you then? Then you can start appreciating everything that you're experiencing right here, right now, to its fullest, because you never know. What happens if I get hit by a car and I'm dead this afternoon? This too shall pass. Could happen. Nobody knows when their time is, here to make the transition back into non-physical form, back to who we truly are. We're spiritual giants. just having a physical experience. We are not the physical experience. We're just having a physical experience. We are spiritual giants. We are not this physical body. This just happens to be what we get to drive around in this experience in. Right? Just like how we are not our car parked out in the driveway. You just use it to drive around in, to get from point A to point B. It should bring up for you a sense of deep gratitude for what we have that is so amazing, and to enjoy it to its fullest while we have it. Because at some point, this too shall pass. When I did this meditation, I was living at my sister's cottage on the lake. Oh my God. Like literally right on Lake Ontario, right on the lake. It looked like the Caribbean most days, especially when it was sunny. And I heard this and I looked around and I said, shit, I really like it here. But I guess this too shall pass. Guess I got to get used to that. And it did. And I really like what I transitioned into from that experience of that passing. You know, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. So if you can get used to that concept of this too shall pass, that's a really good thing to walk around in life, because when things pass, you're not going to be freaking out about it. Because you're like, oh, yeah, there it is. Look at it, just passed. Oh, that was fun. We experienced that and it just passed. I'm so glad I was here, not bemoaning the fact that it's not the same. I miss it. Right? This morning class, this is not forever. Get used to that in your head. This too shall pass. Hopefully not anytime soon, because I freaking love it. I love it. And I love that I've narrowed down all of my energy to give you all of me right here, right now, because I'm not overextending myself for 8 hours a day. And believe me, when I was live 8 hours a day, it was a 10-hour work day, because it takes time. It takes time and energy to do all of that. But now I can condense all that down into here. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy this present moment, because this too shall pass. One day, these classes will be no more. But we're enjoying the hell out of them now, are we not? We are enjoying the heck out of them now. I am. I am fully in the moment, right here, right now. Right here, right now. Fully aware that this too shall pass. Yes, every time I kiss my lover goodbye, I'm aware this might be the last time I kiss you. I hope not, because I'm really enjoying it. But this too shall pass. And every time he comes home and I kiss him, hello, we kiss each other every time we part ways. We're sitting in the garage, we're hanging out, we're working on something together. I'm going to go inside, babe. I'm going to go cook dinner. I'll see you in a bit. We kiss each other goodbye. This too shall pass. Hopefully not anytime soon, because I'm really loving it. But when it passes, I'll be all right with it, because this too shall pass. Wow, this too shall pass. Yes, a deep sense of gratitude for everything. Everything as you're feeling it in the moment. Enjoy it, because it's not going to be around forever. The next thing that's going to come is potentially always going to be more glorious and amazing and beautiful and incredible. But this too shall pass, and that too shall pass. It's pretty powerful, huh? Yeah, that 21-day abundance meditation. I don't remember what day it was about this too shall pass, but they're all listed. All of those meditations are listed in the Facebook group over here, this one, The Real Juicy Detox on Facebook. And it is such a great practice to do. We're not doing it consecutively together as a group, but those of us who did it, I've done it 3 times now. It's so good. It's so good. Y'all want to check that out. Let's see here. Where was I? I think I was here. Yes, one of the greatest strengths for me has been when the universe sent peace, love, peace, and joy. One of the greatest challenges for getting help is believing we are worthy. You are so right, Berns. Yes. Yes, my friend. It's about believing we are worthy, and it's about feeling. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps for this. Who is this for? Is this for you, David? Feeling the worthiness. It's one thing to say we believe it, but in order to believe it, you have to feel it. You have to know it. You want to even go beyond believing it, and you want to know it because you're experiencing it on a daily basis, you know? Pulling back from classes. Again, I don't know why I keep talking about this, but it was brought up, so I guess that is why. But there's a huge amount of self-love that I had to, that I was kind of propelled up into on a higher level. When in the moment, I'm telling you, the moment that I got that download, you guys saw it happen firsthand in the actual timing that it happened, because I shared it on my walk. So you guys watching the walking videos, I shared it on the walking video of the download about burnout. And it wasn't even from my questioning. It was from somebody in the class in the morning. One of the morning classes asked about how do I handle and deal with burnout. And that I was like, this is so good, because I mean, I can relate to this. And I did the class, the walk on burnout. And then I was like, oh my God. As I was watching it back and editing it, I was like, oh shit, this is for me. This is for me. So often I will get downloads and it's for other people, right? Who's this for? Who's this for? They're always for me, but sometimes they're really, really, really for me. You know what I mean? And in that moment, in acknowledging that and recognizing it for myself, I was able to grow with that. I was able to actually bud into a new moment, a new place of self-worth and self-love. And I just had to run with that. And that's why in that moment, I was like, okay, that's it. No more overdoing it on the classes. That's it. Everybody can come and get everything they need right here, right now. I'm not gonna, you have a question. The class ends when the questions stop and when the download from the universe stops. And I'm almost at the end of questions. The class is always determined by who is here, who shows up, who needs it right here and now. So if you can't make it to, or you don't make it to another class, it's no big deal. You know where I am. You can pop on live. If your schedule sucks, oh well, I can't bend over backwards for everybody else's schedule. What about my schedule? What works best for Berns? You know, can I love myself all the way there to do what's best for me, while still providing hopefully incredible value, while still living my purpose, while still helping you guys do the same thing in your lives? How many people out here right now, just answer me the question real quick. How many of you right now are overdoing it, are overworking? Put your hand up. Can you show me? Put your hand up. Give me a raised hand emoji if in the comments live or on the replay, if you are overdoing it, and if you have a tendency to overwork and to overstress and to overburden yourself. Somebody asks you to do something, you can't say no because, oh my God, what will they think? And oh, they'll be mad at me, or ooh, I can't do that. I have to say yes because, you know, they do so much for me. Obligation. I have an obligation to say yes to everything. Put your hand up if that is you. Is that you, Doris? Yeah. Yep. Niece as well, right? And you're at home every day. That's like me. When you're at home every day and you have family members around you and you feel like, well, this is my job because, you know, this is my job. Like I can't not cook dinner for the family because it's my job. And what will my husband think? Because it's like, yo, I've been out all day. You can't cook dinner for me. It's like, you know, we have this sense of obligation. And while we do have obligations, don't get me wrong, I love cooking meals for my family, not because I'm obligated to do it, but because I love doing it. But there are some things that I can tend to do and overfunction and not ask for help from my family. Like, can you cook dinner? Kaya, can you come and make dinner and make enough for Dali because he's hungry too and I'm not eating, but can you come and do something up in here? Right? Hello, right, Amy? Lisa, hand up for that as well. Overwork. Sharon, trying to recover from overdoing it. Yeah. And then when we get to that place like you are at, ooh, big time goosebumps, Sharon. When we get to that place where we're realizing, like, oh shit, I've been overdoing it and I'm killing myself in the process. I'm not taking care of my health. I'm gaining weight again, which can only mean one thing, more acidosis, which can only mean one thing, putting a lot of crap into my mouth to deal with. And because I'm not spending enough time, oh my God, I don't have time to run to the grocery to get more fruit again. I don't have time to juice. Okay, just what can I do? Driving by, ooh, that burger looks good. Like, before you know it, you're head first into a takeout bag from something, you know? Rockstar says, I just recently changed my work and schedule, way less stress and feeling much better. Yeah, absolutely. Right, Sharon? It's like we got it bad, man. We got it bad. This need to this striving, this need to strive all the time, to do everything, to say yes, to never say no, to not call in our kids and our spouses to help us out because we need it. You know, oh no, I can't do that. You know, he works so hard. That used to be my mentality with Dali. And then I realized that, hold on a minute, I work freaking hard too. Just because I happen to work at home doesn't mean that, you know, doing everything in the home suddenly becomes my sole responsibility because I'm home all the time. It's like, yo, can't take care of all of you guys while I'm trying to heal cancer out of my body. You guys are going to need to pick up the slack. And absolutely. And of course, they were like, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What can we do? Can I do anything else? Like, you know, and I'm very open and very appreciative with them about how grateful I am that they're doing that. You know, I love it when I don't have to ask. Dali this morning, before going to work at 6 a.m. was washing the dishes because it didn't get done last night. Because I went to bed at 7 o'clock, because that's what Berns does when she needs her rest. The old me would be like, oh, I can't go to bed. It's 7 o'clock. Oh my God. Do you guys know how much? You guys don't know this, but there were many days when I did an 8 p.m. class when I wanted to go to bed and literally had a hard time keeping my eyes open. And I wanted to go to bed at 7 p.m. And I legit said, I can't believe I have to stay up for another hour. Do you know how many days that was what I did? That's what I did for many, many 8 p.m. classes. Yeah. And that was after teaching 4-6 hours that day. So my goal, my intention, right? My intention with sharing this part of my journey with you guys and part of my thought processes as I am shifting gears with adding value, with teaching, with helping everybody that I can help who's open to the help with their detoxes. A big part of that is because I know that a lot of us out here are in the health situation that we are in because this is what we do. We overdo it. We don't take care of ourselves. I can overdo it for sure, but I can relax like a queen too. Yes, baby. Me too, Amy. Me too. Me too. And it is all about finding that balance between overdoing it and relaxing too much, because you don't want to get your energy stuck in laziness and in boredom. But at the same time, I think a lot of us kind of fall on the spectrum of being a little bit too over-functioning, too much over-functioning. My goal in sharing this process with you is that you guys would hopefully see it as an opportunity to examine maybe where you do this as well, because it's not healthy. It is not healthy. And it is my intention to continue to add incredible value to the world, to continue to help you guys in a lot of different ways without burning out, without being one of those, people that we see on social media or YouTube crying into their camera because they're so burnt out and they can't do it anymore. And I need to take a break from filming YouTube videos, and on and on and on. How many videos? I don't know about you guys, but when I was studying all this YouTube and social media business, as I was learning and getting my feet wet with it, as I was doing research, like the last 5 years of my life has been leading up to me being able to have classes where people are not happy about the fact that I'm stopping doing as many classes. That's a good sign, actually. That's a sign of success. One for the Berns. Have to scale back on classes and people are frigging mad. It's like, all right, not everybody, but some are. But a lot of people are like, oh, shoot, I really needed those classes every day. I really miss all those classes every day. Not everybody, but some people. That's a good sign. That's a sign that I've done something really good. But I don't want to be one of those content creators that are crying into their camera because, they're burnt out, and you can see the path unfold. You can see them getting burnt out. You can see it unfolding in front of you. And you're like, man, she's crashing and burning and she doesn't even know it. I don't want to be one of those people. I do not want to be one of those people. And I'm not. And I don't want you guys to be one of those people either. Maybe not crying into your camera saying, I'm so burnt out, I'm leaving YouTube. You know what I mean? But, hopefully you guys will learn from my experience and seeing how I'm modeling it for you. And also on the flip side of that, hopefully I'm modeling for you how to react when somebody or something that you want to stay in your life passes, because this too shall pass. How do you deal with that, right? The way you deal with that is realizing that, oh, glad I got the opportunity of that. I think this is why, whenever we see somebody in the mainstream, in celebrity, pass away, like name any beautiful musician who you've enjoyed their music and their time has come that they are transitioning out of the body into the non-physical, the spiritual realm. I remember when Gordon Downey died from Tragically Hip, big Canadian band. He did his last concert. He had brain cancer and he knew he was going to be transitioning. And you can think of Prince. Prince is the other one. Awesome. Prince is the other one. That's the one that's who I thought of immediately. Michael Jackson. Anybody who you can think of that transitioned. Well, Prince and Michael Jackson were two of the more, it was harder because there wasn't any lead up to it. It was like bang, right? Dolly's just messaging me. Whenever I've heard of those types of artists who've touched my life and who have shaped the being the soundtrack of my life in a lot of different time periods, when I hear that they have transitioned or died, as we sometimes say, there is no such thing as death, no, but have transitioned to the other side, I see so many people so upset. Robin Williams is another one that comes to mind. People are so upset, they're so sad, they're so devastated. And it happens too with people who are like, 125 years old who die. I'm kidding. But people who are older, who are clearly in their golden years, in their, I'm out of the limelight. I don't record any music anymore. I'm just enjoying my life as I should be able to relax at the end of giving myself to you. And so many people are like devastated. Oh my God, such a loss. And I'm like, you're just totally forgetting all of the gift that person gave you in your life. First of all, that person was probably never going. first of all, that person was never going to continue to make music. All of their gift that they came to give was given. And yet people are devastated by the loss of them. I mean, Prince may have been in a different category. I believe Michael Jackson as well, different category in terms of the continued talent that they would have produced for us. Prince was prolific in his production of music. Beautiful, beautiful. But when people are so sad and distraught of people like that who leave the world, you're forgetting that they already gave all of their gifts and talents. And you're also forgetting that you still have access to them from the spiritual being side of existence, from consciousness. You can still tap into Prince. You can still tap into Freddie Mercury. You can still tap into Michael Jackson, Robin Williams. You can still tap into everybody's energy once they are transitioned more than when they are even here. I don't know why I branched off onto that, but it seemed like it was going somewhere. Let's see. Lisa says, I'm always giving to others and not getting in return. This detox is showing me to love me first and love others as they also love me. You know, it's not about loving others like they love me. Other people are not capable of loving anybody or anything else outside of what they're capable of doing for themselves. So if you find somebody, two things I want to touch on. The first comment, I'm touching on the second comment first, right? It's not about expecting or looking for love from somebody else in the first place anyhow. That is attachment. That is conditional, right? I'll love you as long as only in the quantity and the intensity that you love me. My love for you is going to be conditional upon your love for me. That's what that's saying. That's not unconditional love. Unconditional love is not being distraught when people around you don't give you back in return what you're looking for them. I'm always giving to others and not getting in return. Is it possible that you're looking to other people to give you stuff that they're not capable of giving you? Not everybody is capable of being all the things to you that you want them to be for you. Some people are not capable of doing certain things for you. I have somebody in my life, one of my very close girlfriends, who's going through some stuff right now, and it's impossible for me to have a conversation with her where she even asks me, how are you doing, Berns? How are you? Enough about me. We know it's been a lot about me lately. Enough about me. How are you doing, babe? How are you? You know, what's going on with you? I mean, she knows what's going on with me. She sees what I do, but like, I don't share everything that I'm going through, and she knows that. I have had to resign myself of the fact that she's not able to give that to me like she used to be able to do, because she's just so wrapped up in her own stuff. She's just so, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. That's just how life happens sometimes, right? Sometimes life happens in such a way that you are not able to function in the same ways relationship wise that you were when you were in a good headspace. And that's what she is. So I'm not begrudging that. I'm just observing it. I'm observing my lack of interest in certain relationships that are not fulfilling me in the way that they used to fulfill me, just because of what they're going through. Stop looking for other people to give you stuff that you need to give yourself. Stop giving stuff to other people and looking for anything in return. How about that? Bam. When we give without expectation of return, that's when you're powerful. That's when you're powerful. You're also looking for the return from the people at which you gave it to. You're looking for the return and the benefit to come from you from the person or the exchange or the experience that you're in right now. That benefit from what you give to somebody else may come from somewhere completely different. It's just the energy that you give out. But if you're giving out this energy that you're going to do something, and what are you giving me in return? Ay, that's tricky. That's tricky, you know? Great class today, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I spent 2 years caring for my mom who wanted to transition at home, not hospice or hospital. Yeah, and you know what? My God, God bless you. Those of you who are caring for loved ones at home and who are, you know, managing end of life care for your loved ones. My hat goes off to you. In those, even in that situation, who is taking care of the caregiver? You being the caregiver, you need to be taken care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself, and you also need support to take care of you. And it comes back around again, right? To that whole idea of asking for help, getting help, not being so proud, scaling back in other areas that you are not able to maintain and continue doing as you take care of those loved ones, but getting a break for yourself. God, you need a break. You need an emotional break. You also need to learn that everything is happening on their path exactly as it needs to be. And you don't need to be all wrapped up in the distraught emotion of it. Compassionate detachment. I can't wait to get out on the walk today. I can't wait to get out on the walk today to put this into a 6 or 7 minute walking video. Would you guys like that? Yeah. I'm going to do them. I've been loving doing the walking videos, guys. I've been really, really loving doing them. I've been loving editing them. I've been loving filming them. I've been just really enjoying the process of that side of my creative flow. And then to be able to put it out for you guys, because I've been talking about life coaching stuff like this on my Facebook page for the last 9 years, since I first was diagnosed with cancer and started to really, no, I would say the last 7 years, when I was out of my deep funk and was able to start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and started putting all the pieces together to create a new life for myself. That's when I started sharing that. And that was about 7 years ago, and doing a lot of these kind of life coaching kind of things. Still obviously talking about and breaking down how we detox the body, but these other aspects are often not taught, right? As it relates to and as you're going through your own detox. So I love you guys. You're so welcome, Sharon. It is my absolute honor to be able to share this with you, and that it lands so squarely right here in your heart. That is, for me, very, very, very rewarding. I love it. And I love you guys. I'm at the end of the class comments. This has been a beautiful unfolding. I want to thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for making these classes so unique and so different every single time. And I will see you guys all on the walk, on the next walk, and on tomorrow's class, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you found this of value, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and set up your notifications to get notified when I go live or when I drop a video here on the platform. And join our Facebook group on Facebook, The Real Juicy Detox, where all of these beautiful people hang out. I love you guys. Mwah. See you soon.